What is going on, Americans? Jericho Green here with you once again. Oh, who's all decked out in their green gear? I am. And you can be too. Use the Teespring link on my YouTube page or in the description box of this video. Now, your girl Aunt Pearl, aka Maxine Waters from the 43rd District in Los Angeles, has lost her fucking mind. And apparently she's siding with Iran. Because she went on Twitter talking shit about who else? Trump. Who else will she be talking about? She's in the final stages of TDS. So she got on there saying, Trump, you can't take credit for calling off the strike in Iran. Why were we surveilling them? What's with the drones in the sky? Why were we in their airspace? Bitch, who do you work for? I think you work for the American people. So maybe you shouldn't be siding with a regime like Iran. You like Iran? You like what they do there? You like the honor killings? You like the beheadings? You like the burqas? Because that sounds great to me. One of the hottest places on earth. Please wrap me up in black polyester, literally from head to toe. If you're lucky, you can show a centimeter of ankle bone, but that's it. That sounds great. Please wrap me up in a black trash bag and put me outside in the desert. That's what these women are dealing with. Hey, Aunt Pearl, you want to take a drive? You can't. You want to go out by yourself? You can't. But if you want to walk 6 steps behind the men and keep your head down and your mouth shut, you can do that there. What the fuck are you talking about, Maxine? If he doesn't get credit for calling off the strike, who does? When he's the only one with the power to call off the strike, you idiot. Another failed politician from California. You've been in Congress since 1991, and you've passed 3 bills. You can't even pass enough bills to use all the fingers on one hand, you waste of space. So you've passed 3 bills in the last 28 years. You have gentrification taking place all across your district. The Mexicans and other Southerners are coming across the border, pushing black people out of your district, out of your communities. You're getting behind podiums trying to stoke violence and cause violence against conservatives, against Trump supporters. We remember that shit. Push back against them. Make them feel uncomfortable. Let them know they're not welcome. Is that your job? Is that your job to incite violence against other American citizens? Or is it your job to serve those American citizens? How about no matter what your opinion is of the president, when we're dealing with foreign affairs, when we're dealing with things of this magnitude internationally, why don't you keep your mouth shut? Why don't you grab your dentures off the nightstand, put them in your mouth, and keep your mouth shut? Maxine Waters is 80 years old. Now, the plan is for all of us to get old. We all want to get old. We don't want to die. And I'm not saying that 80 years old is too old, but I am saying 80 years old is too old to be a politician. Now, I'm far from 80, but I'm assuming things start to break down at 80, maybe before 80. Now, why would you have a job that is so strenuous, physically and mentally, if you're doing it right, at 80 years old? She has a lot of flying to do, speaking engagements. She doesn't really go over policy or pass bills, so we don't have to worry about that. But a politician on that level, when you're a congressperson, that takes a lot out of you. Now, why would you want to put yourself through that at 80 years old? I think it's only for one of 2 reasons. Either you really love your job, or you're making a whole lot of money and you don't want to stop. We'll add a third one. Power, too. You're getting a lot of money and power, and you don't want to stop. Or A fourth one, maybe you've been given so much money that you owe so many favors that you can't get out. 80 years old, you're supposed to be bouncing grandkids and great-grandkids on your knee, handing out pieces of butterscotch and giving wet kisses. That's it. Why would you put yourself through this at 80 years old unless you can't get out? Now, if you're that age and you're whittling fucking wooden trains for kids or working a little morning shift at McDonald's to stay busy, to stay loose and limber, I get that. But the stress does not come along with those jobs like it does with being a congressperson. So why wouldn't she want to enjoy the twilights of her life? She has kids, right? I'm assuming she has grandkids. Why aren't you spending time with them, you crooked fucking serpent? But she can't. She's too deep. She owes too many favors. Her palms have been greased too much. She can't get out. That's why she's a fucking politician at 80 years old. There needs to be, not only do there need to be term limits, there need to be age limits. Get your old ass out of here and go somewhere else. Your ideas are outdated and antiquated. Go buy a house with a porch on back and relax. 80 years old and you're a fucking congresswoman? Maybe it's senility. Maybe she's literally losing her fucking mind and it causes her to say stupid shit like this. Why are you surveying them? Why are you in their airspace? According to our military, we weren't in their airspace. So you believe Iran? Are you on Iran's side now? If so, please go over there. Join the Iranian government. Please. They're so much better than us. We keep fucking with them. Go help them. Please. Can we start a campaign to buy Maxine Waters a first-class ticket to Iran one way? That would be awesome. That seems to be what you want. But don't flip your finger to us. Don't thumb your nose at the American people. If our military says we weren't in their airspace, let's assume we weren't in their airspace. I will gladly believe the U.S. military over the fucking Iranian dictatorship. And since you like to be so against the leader of this country, how do you think that would work out in Iran? How do you think it would work out if a woman got on social media or TV and started talking the way she does about our president? I think, you smell that? I smell an honor killing. They would cut your fucking head off and let your blood drain in the ground and not give a second thought about it. This fucking TDS is crazy. You get on social media defending Iran? Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are those Bengay fumes getting to your mind? This is no surprise. Maxine Waters, Aunt Pearl, has said tons of stupid shit, but I had yet to see her back a fucking dictator, where the people of that country scream death to America and burn the American flag. But this is not Maxine Waters' first time being in support of a terrorist. Look that shit up. She got a record. Somebody please give that bitch some butterscotch pudding, some icy hot where it hurts, and put her old ass to bed. Now, people, this is my weekend. I got to get in here and get that quality time with my youngins. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified when I drop a video. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.